can't see anybody.
I know, it's very
Oh, hi, Maria. Sorry.
behind them. Yeah, they have their names. Yeah. Yep. I didn't do that. That was all we did. So yes, this is in case you need a pen for any reason.
I come up right after Byron.
Yes. So Zachary, Byron, and then so yes, then you'll come up, thank them, do all the spiel. The one thing I didn't
Because it's on. So. Turn it back on. Test. Yep. Good morning. Good morning and welcome. I'd ask that you please take your seats to enjoy a selection from the Lewis Katz School of Medicine a cappella group, Tachycardia. Family and friends, welcome to the Lewis Katz School of Medicine graduation. We present to you the class of 2024. Good morning, graduates, trustees, family, friends, alumni, and guests. Please be seated. I am Dr. Denise Salerno, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Medical Education, and along with Dr. Shadden Eldekard-Hein, Senior Associate Dean of St. Luke's Regional Campus, will serve as your host for today's ceremony. Welcome to the class of 2024 commencement. Seated on the stage are our keynote speaker, Dr. Paul Offit, trustees and leadership of Temple University, School of Medicine leadership, faculty, and alumni, many of whom will be participating in this morning's program. Let me offer a warm welcome to our commencement celebration for the 122nd graduating class of the Lewis Katz School of Medicine at Temple University. Such an exciting and special day, and for our graduates, a long journey here. As we begin, let's take a moment to reflect. The members of the class of 2024 hail from 25 different states and nearly 24 different countries. They represent many different cultures, religions, experiences, languages, and beliefs. They attended more than 90 different undergraduate colleges and universities, and some entered medical school with advanced degrees in a variety of fields. And they've had various work experience, such as researchers, musicians, social workers, waiters, athletes, students, teachers, and more. In short, this rich diversity of talent and experience that the class of 2024 embodies is what makes Temple so special. We recognize and appreciate how hard you have worked for the degree you're earning today. We applaud your determination, resilience, humility, and faith. Your achievements fill us with admiration and pride. It is a joy to celebrate you today, class of 2024. Now, I have the pleasure to introduce someone who takes a special kind of pride in you and your accomplishments, Dr. Amy Goldberg, the Marjorie Joy Katz Dean of the Lewis Katz School of Medicine. Before she comes to the podium, a few words about Dr. Goldberg. Dr. Goldberg has been with Temple for many years. She first came to Temple for her residency in general surgery. She left us, but only long enough to complete her traumatology fellowship in Maryland, came back, joined the Temple faculty in 1993, and to our good fortune, has made Temple home for her accomplished career. Dr. Goldberg has served as Chief of the Division of Trauma and Surgical Critical Care, Director of the General Surgery Residency Program, and is the health system's Surgeon-in-Chief. She's also a Director of the American Board of Surgery and provides educational leadership at the national level. She speaks at major conferences and universities, publishes in leading journals, and has contributed numerous chapters to major textbooks. She's a nationally known trauma surgeon and surgical educator. In fact, the American College of Surgeons has named her to its elite group of master surgeon educators from around the world. Dr. Goldberg spent 13 years leading Temple's trauma program, coming face to face with Philadelphia's gun violence epidemic. Adamant to help stem the tide, she created innovative violence prevention programs that have garnered national recognition. Dr. Goldberg has received numerous awards for her work, including the Philadelphia Award, recognizing extraordinary civil commitment and social responsibility. To say she's passionate about Temple is an understatement. It's hard to say where Temple ends and she begins. Please welcome Dr. Amy Goldberg.
Thank you, Dr. Salerno. Thanks for not saying 30 years. All right. Welcome, trustees, faculty, staff, families, friends, and guests. I want to extend a heartfelt welcome to our very special guest and this year's commencement speaker, Dr. Paul Offit. Paul. He is the director of the Vaccine Education Center at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia and the Maurice R. Hillman Professor of Vaccinology and Professor of Pediatrics at Penn's Perelman School of Medicine. You will have the pleasure of hearing from Dr. Offit in just a bit, and we are so grateful for you to share your experiences, wisdom, and advice with our graduates. Thank you. And now, welcome to you, the exceptional Lewis Katz School of Medicine class of 2024. What a day! And what a privilege, a joy, and an honor as dean to preside over the commencement of today's graduating class. Before I begin, we must express our profound gratitude to all those who have supported you throughout this arduous yet rewarding journey. Your families, friends, mentors, and the dedicated faculty and staff who have tirelessly nurtured your growth. Graduates, you are to be congratulated. Attaining your professional degree is a pinnacle achievement. It's affirmation of your hard work and intelligence, your ambition and perseverance. It's also a testament to your ability to maintain proper focus and perspective, no matter what is going on around you. And there was certainly a lot these past 4 years. It's not always easy to keep your eye on the ball, but you did it, class of 2024. Your commitment to your education, each other, and our community never wavered. In fact, you engaged. You stayed the course. You met, often exceeded, the demanding requirements of your degree programs. As if that wasn't enough, you participated in advancing our school and advancing equity in our community. And I learned from you the importance of not just listening, but hearing, and I am grateful. This was important, and you were impressive. But of course, not surprising to me, because after all, you are Temple made. We often use those words, Temple made. We say it with such pride, assurance, and confidence of who we are and what we are all about. I was conveying that sentiment last month during our reunion and alumni weekend. As we thanked and welcomed many of those who came before you back home to Katz and Philadelphia, we chose to celebrate this joyous and monumentous occasion at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, the home of my favorite painting, Prometheus Bound by Rubens. Prometheus Bound has always held a special place in my heart. You see, my late mother loved the arts and instilled in me deep appreciation of the arts, painting, sculptures, music. She would often take me to museums here in Philadelphia and in New York, and each time we would visit the Museum of Art, I would immediately run to Prometheus Bound and stand in awe before this breathtaking painting. Punished by Zeus for stealing fire, Prometheus is chained to a rock, where daily an eagle would feed on his liver, only to have it regenerate overnight. Little did I know then that my fascination with anatomy, ignited by my exposure to art, would shape my path towards becoming a trauma surgeon. So as I stood on those great marble steps on that Saturday night a few weeks ago, bragging about our Temple-made students and grateful for the appreciation of art passed to me by my mother, I had a profound clarity that I proudly shared. All medical schools teach the science of medicine, because all medical students need to pass those dreaded United States medical licensing examinations. But at Temple, we also instill the art of medicine, the touch, the connection, the humanity, and the compassion, so that on day one, you will have an impact and you will make a difference. Yes, this masterpiece of art, with its vivid depiction of the Titan Prometheus enduring his eternal punishment, has captivated me since childhood. But I chose the science path. I found myself bound to the relentless pursuit of knowledge and the desire to heal. And it was not until later in my career that I truly grasped the significance of this other aspect of medicine, the art of caring and empathy, the art of medicine. In the fast-paced world of healthcare, it can be all too easy to get lost in the technology we have to diagnose and to treat, forgetting the human being with the illness. Yet it is in those moments of vulnerability and suffering that our capacity for compassion is most needed. As medical professionals, we are scientists and technicians, yes, and we are also entrusted with the sacred duty of alleviating pain and restoring hope. Each of you, as graduates of this incredible medical school, carries within you the power to make a difference in people's lives. Remember that behind every diagnosis is a story waiting to be heard. Behind every condition is a person wanting to be understood. Take the time to listen, to empathize, and to connect on a human level. For it is in those moments of genuine connection that healing truly begins. And as you go forward into the world of medicine, I urge you to never lose sight of the profound privilege and responsibility given to you. Embrace the art of medicine in all its complexity, from the precision of science to the gentle touch of comfort. And as you navigate the challenges that lie ahead, may you always be guided by the timeless wisdom of empathy and compassion. Good medicine is high tech with high touch. You benefited from training during the most technologically advanced period of medicine. But I warn you, while medicine involves the application of science and technology, it does so for the benefit of the patient. And therein lies the art of medicine. The challenge that I place before you today is to master the art of medicine in the same manner that you will master much of the science and technology of medicine. Do not expect this mastery to be immediate or easy. It is a lifelong endeavor. Healthcare advancements make it possible to diagnose and treat patients without ever touching them. These tools must augment, but not replace, the gold standards of physical diagnosis, inspection, auscultation, percussion, and palpation. Dr. Francis Weld Peabody of Harvard Medical School in 1925 stated, "The secret of the care of the patient is in caring for the patient." I assure you, in your lives as in mine, there will be moments, days, weeks, months that test you, that force you to use all of your being to continue on your path. But you have been prepared for this, because I know of no one more resilient than the Temple graduate. You are the proverbial Temple tough. You are scrappy. You are not afraid to put yourselves out there, even if that means not succeeding the first or second time. You have big hearts, and I don't mean the cardiomegaly you see on an echocardiogram. You understand that caring and believing and willing, that your intentions and beliefs and words and actions do influence how patients recover and heal, how families cope, how we cope. Patients will need you to advocate every day for them, and you must, as if they are your own family members. They will count on your strength to help them through their symptoms, to diagnose their diseases, to attempt to cure them. They will insist that you do this while holding their hand and looking into their eyes with care and concern. Medicine advances, our lives change, the world moves on. But one thing remains constant, that deep human core in all of us that needs connection, kindness, and touch. You learn doctoring requires knowledge, proper diagnosis, skilled technique, good treatment planning, access to technology, all these things. But being temple-made is mastering the art and science. The beating heart of medicine is your heart, your soul, your hands. Patients won't ask you to recite the Krebs cycle, but they will expect you to care. Even if they are angry, even if they are denying that they have an illness. And believe me, it will happen. All kinds of things will happen. But no matter what is occurring around you, when you are with a patient, that patient is the center of the world. When I was in medical school, I vividly remember a professor who during rounds impressed upon us that patients wait all day to see their doctors. I would add that not only is the statement still true, but that it extends beyond the inpatient bed. Patients wait all day and sometimes all night to see or hear from their doctor, whether it is delivering the unfortunate results of a test or making the patient feel comfortable in the sterile coldness of an office exam room. It is again the mastery of the art, above and beyond the mastery of the science, that makes all the difference. Can you make your patients feel comfortable in your office at a time when they are feeling most vulnerable? After all, why should it be that only patients expose themselves to their doctors? So practice with the art of medicine. Practice with all of your humanity. Practice with the most important tools of all, your heart, your words, your warm human hands. In your journey ahead, you will have challenges and doubts. This is all normal. But in these moments of adversity, you need to know or learn quickly who you are, what you believe, and why you chose medicine. And then, as many of you already, you need to stand up and step up as the situation requires. Yes, medicine does ask a lot of us, but you are ready. As you go out into the world and the careers that await you, I urge you to be confident, be strong, and care deeply with your temple hearts. After all, you are temple made, and you will always be part of the temple family. You will achieve amazing things, and we will all be watching. Congratulations, class of 2024. You have made us so very proud.
Thank you, Dean Goldberg. We are now honored to welcome today's keynote speaker. The Lewis Katz School of Medicine is rooted in our purpose of educating physicians who do not only care for their patients, but who are empowered to advance the systems, models, practices, and discoveries that form the foundations of medicine and healthcare. Dr. Paul Offit exemplifies that pursuit. Internationally renowned for his expertise in virology and immunology, Dr. Offit currently holds the position of Director of the Vaccine Education Center and Professor of Pediatrics in the Division of Infectious Diseases at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Additionally, he serves as the Maurice R. Hillman Professor of Vaccinology at the Perelman School of Medicine at the University of Pennsylvania. Dr. Offit's journey in medicine traces back to his childhood experiences in a polio ward in Baltimore, Maryland, where he underwent treatment for clubfoot surgery. This formative experience ignited his passion for combating infectious diseases and propelled him towards a career dedicated to safeguarding the health of future generations. A trailblazer in vaccine development, Dr. Offit co-invented the rotavirus vaccine, Rotatech, a groundbreaking achievement that has been universally recommended for infants' use by the CDC since 2006 and by the WHO since 2013. For his exceptional contributions to global health, Dr. Offit has been honored with prestigious awards, including the Luigi Mastriani and William Osler Awards from the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine, the Charles Moray Award from the National Foundation for Infectious Diseases, and recognition from Bill and Melinda Gates during the launch of their foundation's Living Proof project. Dr. Offit has served as a member of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and he is currently a member of the FDA's Vaccine Advisory Committee and is a founding advisory board member of the Autism Science Foundation and the Foundation for Vaccine Research. Welcome, Dr. Offit.
So thank you for that kind introduction. First, congratulations. It's been a long road. You made it. So I graduated from medical school more than 40 years ago. While the rewards for caring for patients were the same for me as they will be for you, the challenges you face today are different. Specifically, that science is losing its place as a source of truth, becoming just another voice in the room. This loss of trust in science has been fueled by a readily available flood of misinformation and disinformation on social media, which dramatically increased during the COVID pandemic. In the time I've been given today, I want to talk about what happened during this pandemic that lessened trust and make some suggestions about what we can do about it. I'll start at the beginning. In late 2019, an animal-to-human spillover event occurred in the western section of the Hunan wholesale seafood market. SARS-CoV-2 virus had entered the human population. 2 months later, in January 2020, the virus was isolated and sequenced. It was now possible to make a vaccine. Only 11 months later, in December 2020, using a technology, messenger RNA, that had never been used to make a vaccine before, we had performed 2 large clinical trials showing that the vaccine was safe and effective. During the next 7 months, we were able to mass produce, mass distribute, and mass administer these vaccines to 70% of the United States population. Frankly, I think this was the single greatest medical and scientific achievement in my lifetime, and my lifetime includes the development of the polio vaccine. Then we hit a wall. About 30% of the United States population simply refused to be vaccinated. They didn't trust us. As a result, an estimated 300,000 people lost their lives unnecessarily. What happened? Why had we lost the trust of such a sizable portion of the American public? Several reasons, but I want to focus on 2. First, a handful of avoidable communication errors. Second, and one that's much harder to deal with, the fact that scientific knowledge evolves over time. We learn as we go, and sometimes that learning curve is steep. We'll start with the avoidable errors. The first unforced error occurred in April 2020, when the Trump administration twisted the arm of the Food and Drug Administration to authorize hydroxychloroquine, an anti-malarial drug, to treat COVID, even though not a single carefully performed study had ever been done to show that it worked. During the next 2 months, 3 large clinical trials involving tens of thousands of participants showed that hydroxychloroquine didn't treat COVID and had the rare side effect of cardiac arrhythmias. 2 months later, in June 2020, the FDA withdrew its authorization, failing in its fundamental task of protecting the American public from drugs that don't work or are unsafe. This series of events scared people. The election was coming up in November 2020, and public health advocates worried that the Trump administration would also force the FDA to release COVID vaccines before they had been adequately tested. Indeed, 10 states formed their own vaccine advisory committees because they didn't trust us. I've been a voting member of the FDA Vaccine Advisory Committee since 2017. But the FDA Commissioner, Stephen Hahn, stood firm, and both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines were subjected to the requisite 2-month safety follow-up after the last dose, which meant that our committee reviewed the results of those vaccine studies in December 2020, 1 month after the election. 7 months after these vaccines had become available, we made the second unforced error. In July 2021, thousands of men gathered together in Provincetown, Massachusetts to celebrate the July 4th holiday. Most were vaccinated. Nonetheless, an outbreak of COVID occurred. 346 vaccinated men suffered COVID. Only 4 were hospitalized, a hospitalization rate of 1.2%. The vaccine was working well. The remaining 342 men had asymptomatic or mild infections, which the CDC unfortunately described in its report of the outbreak as breakthrough infections. Wrong word. Breakthrough implies failure, but these vaccines were doing exactly what they were intended to do, keeping people out of the hospital, out of the intensive care unit, and out of the morgue. The use of the term breakthrough set an unrealistic expectation for what these vaccines could and couldn't do. Some people who suffered mild disease after vaccination were angry. The CDC lied to me, they said. I was mandated to get a vaccine, and I got sick anyway. 1 month later, we made the third unforced error. On August 18, 2021, President Biden held a press conference to declare that beginning the week of September 20th, 2021, a booster or third dose would be made available to everyone over 12 years of age, even though protection against severe disease was continuing to hold up in the 90 to 95% range. And this was before the Omicron variants had entered the US population, which was until the end of 2021. In making that announcement, the Biden administration had completely bypassed the normal process of FDA authorization and CDC recommendation. In protest, 2 senior FDA officials involved in vaccines quit. A few days before the scheduled September launch of this third dose, both our FDA Vaccine Advisory Committee and the CDC Vaccine Advisory Committee held an emergency meeting and voted against the Biden administration's plan for a booster dose for everyone over 12 years of age. At this point, the public was thoroughly confused about what it meant to be fully protected. The administration had said one thing, and the advisory committees another. The confusion about what it means to be fully protected against COVID continues to the present. Another explanation for the loss of trust during this pandemic, and the hardest to explain to the public, is that we learn as we go. And that learning curve can be disconcerting. The best example of this was the bivalent vaccine that was authorized in June of 2022. Not a bad idea. Why immunize people with only the ancestral strain after Omicron, an invasive strain, had entered the country by late 2021? Let's give half a dose of the ancestral strain and half a dose of one of the Omicron variants. Unfortunately, after purchasing 171 million doses of this bivalent vaccine, several immunological studies and 3 carefully controlled prospective clinical studies showed that the bivalent vaccine wasn't better than the monovalent vaccine. It wasn't worse, boosters boosted, and those at high risk continued to benefit. But it wasn't better. Nonetheless, public health officials continued to promote this bivalent vaccine as much better than the monovalent vaccine when it wasn't. It was at this point that a number of scientists began to lose faith in public health decision-making. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay not to get it right the first time during an evolving pandemic. We were building this plane while it was still in the air. But I think we should have trusted the American public more and explained what had happened and how that experience had educated us away from using half-dose bivalent vaccines to prevent COVID in the future. I think one of your biggest challenges as healthcare professionals is that we're always dealing with some level of uncertainty. If I ask you whether you think we'll know more about science and medicine 50 years from now, everyone will say yes. But when it comes to your disease, or in this case, our pandemic, we want to believe that we know everything we need to know now, when that might not be the case. How can we best explain the fact that the acquisition of scientific knowledge is fluid, knowing that this fluidity will be disconcerting to many? So what can we do to regain trust? I think we should do our best to explain the scientific reasoning behind our recommendations, understanding that these recommendations are based on the best available information at the time. By including our patients in the thinking behind our suggestions, we're doing more than saying, trust us, at a time when trust is at a premium. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Offit. We appreciate your inspiring remarks and your commitment to ensuring global health and well-being. Each year, the MD graduating class dedicates its yearbook, The Skull, to an individual who has been especially significant in their education and in their lives. An influential mentor, a trusted, important guide, teacher, and friend. I now will call to the stage the co-editor of LKOSOM's yearbook, The Skull, Olivia Duffield, who will present the 2024 yearbook dedicatee. Olivia, who has been an extraordinary member of our school community, excelling academically and as a student leader. She is a member of both AOA, the National Medical Honor Society, and Gold Humanism Honor Society, which recognizes students for their commitment to leadership, service, and compassion. In addition to serving as yearbook co-editor, she has played key roles in many projects and service programs important to the school and community. And yesterday, during the school's annual Awards Day celebration recognizing students for outstanding performance, she received the Emmanuel M. Weinberger MD Prize for demonstrated excellence in the understanding and application of knowledge related to the subspecialties of internal medicine. In addition, in recognition of her master's degree in bioethics, she also earned, while in medical school, she was the recipient of the Urban Bioethics Community Engagement Award for an advanced understanding of the bioethical issues that are unique to an urban setting. Olivia's can-do attitude has been essential to not only the successful completion of the yearbook, but to many other programs, projects, and activities that she has spearheaded. In July, Olivia will head to the University of Pennsylvania in the Internal Medicine Residency Program. Please welcome Olivia Duffield, who will introduce Dr. Hannah Raverby.
Hi everyone, good morning. Good morning, esteemed faculty, graduates, families, and honored guests. It is with great pleasure and gratitude that we gather here today to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and resilience. As we mark this momentous occasion, I have the distinct privilege of acknowledging Dr. Hannah Raverby, Assistant Dean of Academic Coaching at Temple University, who is overwhelmingly nominated to be our yearbook dedicatee. The class of 2024 found ourselves navigating uncharted waters as we became the pioneers of a new curriculum and embraced the challenges of a hybrid virtual education landscape born out of necessity during the COVID-19 pandemic. Amidst the uncertainty and upheaval, Dr. Raverby emerged as a guiding force, tirelessly championing our cause and ensuring that our voices were not only heard, but truly listened to. The class of 2024 can proudly assert that Dr. Raverby stood out as the embodiment of compassion, patience, and genuine concern, not only for our academic and professional pursuits, but for our well-being as people. She listened with intent, responded with empathy, and worked tirelessly to address our concerns while maintaining dedication to our collective success. I can't understate the number of times a friend would tell me that they were having a problem, professional or personal, but they finished their story with, "But I'm meeting with Dr. Raverby later about it." I would nod knowingly. Dr. Raverby would fix it. Today, as we stand on the cusp of a new chapter in our lives as physicians, let us express our deepest gratitude to Dr. Ratterby, who not only shaped our educational journey, but also encouraged within us compassion, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to pursuing excellence. Please join us in extending our heartfelt appreciation and admiration to Dr. Hannah Ratterby, Assistant Dean of Academic Coaching and an indispensable cornerstone of our Temple Medical School family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Olivia. Good morning, Dr. Goldberg, distinguished University and School of Medicine leadership, faculty, and staff. Dr. Offit, thank you so much for being here with us and for your remarks today. Family and friends of the graduates, your excitement is palpable. My son Owen will finish 3rd grade in a few weeks. He's here today. When I think about how much he's learned and grown since starting kindergarten in 2020 on Zoom, I could burst with pride. I can only imagine how all of you are feeling today. And finally, class of 2024, look around. Take in this moment. Yes, it's really happening. You made it. And in the words of Taylor Swift, it's been a long time coming. Thank you for this incredible honor. My cup is overflowing with gratitude. I'm sure I will not be able to find a way to adequately express how humbled and thankful I am. Not just to be your yearbook dedicatee, but for having the privilege of knowing you and learning from you throughout your time at Temple. And what a time it has been. A time marked by challenges, triumphs, and change. For each of us individually, for our school, for the communities around us, for the nation, and for the world. We are trained as doctors to appreciate that context matters when trying to understand how to best care for our patients. In the case of your journey from student to doctor, I believe that the context in which you received your medical education also matters and will forever influence you. As COVID surged and the world was locking down, you were packing your bags and moving to Philadelphia and Bethlehem. Once here, you became trailblazers as you navigated a major change in every single phase of your training. A new curriculum, virtual learning, Step 1 score reports, residency applications, just to name a few. Through it all, you showed us that you are truly special. You were here to learn, here to serve, and here to lead. You brought fresh ideas and perspectives to everything we do, and asked important questions about how and why systems and structures are in place. You worked tirelessly towards your own goals while supporting each other every step of the way. On rotations, you reminded us just how exciting medicine can be and how important it is to slow down and listen to our patients' hopes and fears. You challenged us all to see a future in medicine that is increasingly inclusive, equitable, and compassionate. You showed us all what it means to have heart with a capital T. I am so grateful for the many lessons I have learned from our time together. I will carry these lessons with me always and am truly better for them, truly. So, class of 2024, as you stand here today on the verge of receiving your medical degree, I ask, what will you do next? How will you leverage your position of power for good? What steps will you take to promote the health and well-being of your patients, each other, your communities, and yourselves? It's hard to believe this is the last time we'll be together. In thinking about what words to leave you with before we part ways, I found myself reflecting on the important lessons I have learned alongside you during this historic time. Always appreciate. Medicine is becoming increasingly busy, fast-paced, and complex, but every day in patient care, you will see amazing examples of humanism, love, and resilience. These moments will touch you and change you. Take time to pause and reflect on the amazing privilege it is to do this work. Practice kindness. Kindness to your patients, kindness to your colleagues, and just as importantly, kindness to yourselves. And finally, stay inspired. Hold on to the values, beliefs, ideals, and energy that brought you to Temple. Never underestimate your capacity to make change. It will be your voices, your actions, and your creativity that will transform medicine for the better. You are the future of our profession, and we can't wait for you to get started. Congratulations, class of 2024. We are all so very proud of you. Now go out there and change the world.
Thank you, Dr. Raverby, for all you do for our students, and thank you, Olivia, for introducing her. Now I will introduce the two leaders of the MD class of 2024 who will share reflections of their past 4 years of medical school, Zachary Sokol and Byron Udebi. Zachary Sokol is another graduate of considerable accomplishment and energy. He was the first elected class president to serve all 4 years at the regional campus. He pioneered the role of the regional campus president, working with other class leaders and administration to address and anticipate challenges from both campuses, including navigating the era of COVID online learning, ensuring a smooth and equitable educational experience for all of his classmates. He has been a mentor to and advocate for his classmates, ensuring access to resources, listening to ideas and feedback, and resolving issues in a professional and collaborative manner. He was also an innovator on the campus. He was involved in establishing the student-run free clinic, participating in and securing funding for research projects, and ensuring collaboration and implementation of various events, such as Women in Surgery panel, suturing workshops, review sessions, and preparation for course and board exams. His commitment to and leadership of his classmates has been an inspiration to students, faculty, administration, and our local community. And yesterday, in recognition of his significant contributions, he received the School of Medicine Service Award at the annual Awards Day celebration. In July, he will be entering a surgical residency at Thomas Jefferson University. Our other class leader, Byron Udebi, is a dynamic and charismatic leader and has been an incredible student advocate, an organizer, and someone who's always there for his classmates. He is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and has served as president of his class and Student Government Association, and has been a key member in many school committees and projects to explore and ensure that the LKSOM community is attentive and responsive to the diversity of its student body. He also participated in population health-based research projects with the Center for Urban Bioethics, and as an orthopedic student, research investigated the socioeconomic impact on hip fracture outcomes and the impact of encephalopathy on the blood-brain barrier. Byron's commitment to North Philadelphia residents was evident throughout his time in school. During the pandemic, he participated in drives for food and personal protective equipment, helped ensure that accurate information about COVID was disseminated, and continually demonstrated his commitment to how an academic health center can collaborate with its surrounding neighborhoods to promote and sustain health equity. Yesterday, during our 2024 Awards Day ceremony, honoring all of our exceptional students and faculty, he was honored with a well-deserved School of Medicine Service Award. In July, he will begin his residency in orthopedic surgery at the University of Chicago. It is with great honor and pleasure I welcome Zachary and Byron to the stage.
Good morning. Every time I call my mother, I have a stereotyped greeting. There's an exception to that, and that's the day that I got into Temple. On that day, I said, "Mom, I'm gonna be a doctor." When dealing with the difficulties that inevitably arise during the course of one's medical education, she often reminds me of that line and the excitement that I had in that moment. Medical school is difficult, as is the role of a physician. While I still tap into that excitement from time to time, the greater gain has been in acknowledging the responsibility that is the hallmark of a physician. During this transition, I received a few powerful pieces of advice, which I'm going to carry forward with me, which I will now share with you all. Firstly, it is never the wrong time to do the right thing. Medicine is a challenging endeavor, mentally, physically, and spiritually. It is always imperative to keep the patient first and remember why we all began this journey, to help people. Maintaining this attitude day in and day out is difficult, but it is absolutely necessary. Second, always do the little things that keep you from having a miserable day. Check the patient's potassium. Show up early to sign out. Keep the nurses updated. Attention to detail saves lives. Finally, you become good at what you practice, not just in skills, but in affect as well. If you practice being loving, compassionate, and humble, these traits will only increase. Displaying these will inspire your patients and those who look up to you as well. And finally, a word about grit, which is what makes a Temple student truly Temple-made. We've overcome a great deal to get where we are now. Always extend a helping hand to help another person and give that word of encouragement when needed. Never forget where you came from and draw on that whenever you need to go the extra mile to help a patient or a colleague or a friend. I would like to thank Dr. Goldberg and Dr. Eldercar-Hein for the leadership and the example that they have set for us as students. And certainly, I would like to thank the Board of Trustees, all the administration, faculty, staff, families, friends, and perhaps most importantly, patients that have molded us to this point. And finally, I would like to thank Temple University for providing the partnership with St. Luke's University Health Network to train us to be the physicians of tomorrow. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, honored guests, and fellow members of the class of 2024, the greatest class to ever exist. People place some bets on if I cry or not, so I'm gonna try to hold the tears back for this thing. As I stand before you and look out over this amazing crowd today, I'm filled with a sense of pride and gratitude. We have reached the culmination of our medical school journey, a journey filled with challenges, triumphs, and countless unforgettable moments. Today, we stand on the brink of a new chapter in our lives as physicians, ready to embark on the path of healing and service to humanity. Looking back on the past 4 years, I'm reminded of the countless hours spent poring over lecture slides, the late nights in MERB, that often turned early mornings in MERB, and the sacrifices we made to pursue our goals of becoming doctors. But amidst the rigorous academic standards of our institution, we also forged lifelong friendships, shared laughter and tears, and found strength in each other during some very, very, very tough times. Together, we have weathered the storm of medical school, emerging stronger and more resilient than we thought possible. While we celebrate our achievements today, let us take a moment to acknowledge those who have supported us every step of the way. To all our families, friends, and loved ones, I extend my deepest gratitude. Your unwavering love, encouragement, and understanding have been the bedrock of our success. You have stood by us with years of grind, the moments of self-doubt, and the challenges that often seemed insurmountable. From your care packages to your Zoom prayer sessions to iftars, it's all been so meaningful to us. Today we share this triumph with you, knowing that we could not have reached this milestone without your steadfast support. And as we stand on the threshold of our medical careers, I urge my fellow graduates to never lose sight of the values that brought us to this moment. Let compassion be your guiding light as we navigate the complexities and murky waters of our U.S. healthcare system. Treat each hospital employee, each medical student, each patient with the dignity, respect, and empathy that they deserve. Embrace lifelong learning with humility and an open mind. As the medical field, much like our society, is constantly growing and evolving. Remember to take care of yourselves as you take care of others, prioritizing your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. And above all, never lose sight of the profound impact even the smallest action can have on the lives of your patients and communities. Although we must now bid farewell to LKSM and embark on the next phase of our journey, we will certainly carry forward the lessons we have learned, the relationships we have formed, and the memories we hold dear. Though our paths may diverge, we will forever be united by the shared bond of our, you guessed it, Temple family. Congrats, class 2024. You have changed this school for the better, and you've undoubtedly changed my life as well. May your days be filled with fulfillment that comes from making a difference in the lives of others. Thank you. So up next, we are trying for a treat. We got a tacky coordinator coming back and singing the musical selection, Go the Distance.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I can go the distance, if I can be strong. Every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Down an unknown road,
be fearless, proud, and strong. Please, my God, I can go the distance. Find my heroes welcome right. Find it there, right there where I belong. You know every mile worth my while. I'll be right where I belong.
Thank you, Byron and Zachary, for your wonderful remarks and for the exemplary leadership you have provided your class and our school. And thank you, Tech Accordia, for another wonderful selection. This morning's ceremony will continue with the moment you've all been waiting for, the conferring of degrees, followed by the presentation of academic hoods to our graduates. Please note, the printed program you received this morning includes the names of all students who graduate today, as well as those who recently received their degrees. Also, a professional photographer will take pictures of each graduate as they are hooded and receive their envelopes from Dr. Goldberg on stage. These photographs will be made available to you, so we ask that you please remain seated during the presentation. Finally, please be considerate in your celebratory applause so that everyone will be able to hear each graduate's name. Before we begin, a brief explanation of what you will see. First, Dean Goldberg and Temple University trustee Marina Katz will confer the degrees officially. Then, we will proceed with an academic ceremony that consists of the hooding of each graduate, which will take place on stage to your left. Continuing with the Temple tradition, graduates who have close family members who are alumni, faculty, or administrators of the school will be hooded by those family members. After being hooded, the graduates will take a picture at center stage with Dr. Goldberg. All graduates will then be welcomed to the Alumni Association by the President of the Alumni Board, Dr. Joan Zeidman. Shall we begin? Yeah. Class of 2024. Thus far today, you have proceeded, listened to others, reflected on the past, looked toward the future, thanked others, received advice, praise, and encouragement. It is now time to graduate. I ask Dean Goldberg and University trustee Marina Katz, an alumni of the Temple University, to come to the lectern.
I go first. All right. Will the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Science, Doctor of Medicine, and Doctor of Philosophy please rise? Trustee Katz, these candidates have completed all designated academic requirements and are recommended by the faculty of the School of Medicine to receive the degrees they have earned.
Thank you, Dean Goldberg. Member of graduating class of 2024, by the authority vested in me, on the behalf of the trustees of the Temple University and on behalf of the board, I am honored to confirm each of you the Master of Art, Master of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Medicine degree, which you have earned with all the right, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Symbolic of your degree, having been confirmed, please move your tassel from the left side of your tam. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations, class of 2024. The next session of this morning's program are devoted to the hooding and distribution of certificates to the graduates assembled here today. We will begin with those who received the Master's of Arts or Master's of Science degree, followed by the recipients of the Doctor of Philosophy degrees. Presiding over this part of our program is Dr. Scott Shore, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies and Postbaccalaureate Programs.
Not quite the same on the applause meter as Byron. Thank you. Well, good morning and congratulations, everybody. I know that everyone has been waiting, so let's get going. Let's eat. Typically, many of our new graduates have undertaken challenging humanitarian and biomedical problems facing society. Some of our graduates will work as healthcare professionals in a host of primary and specialty clinical settings. Some will work to mitigate the negative social determinants of health and healthcare disparities. Some will conduct translational research in academic, commercial, or government laboratories, while others will educate future generations of students or continue their own education by entering into professional schools. This year, 80 degrees were earned, 8 Master of Arts, 30 Master of Medical Science, 4 Master of Science, 14 Doctor of Philosophy, and 24 combined Doctor of Medicine, Master of Arts. I will present only the master's degree graduates and those who are receiving the PhD degree. We're fortunate that 1 of our masters and 11 of our doctoral graduates are participating today. The academic costume includes a hood with a border that distinguishes each degree. For the MA, the border is white. The MS has a gold border, while the dark blue represents the Doctor of Philosophy degree. The cherry and white hood linings are the colors of Temple University. In keeping with Temple tradition, the PhD graduates are wearing gold tassels on their tams. We will now begin with those students who have earned a Master of Arts in Urban Bioethics. So the first one is Caroline Presley Burkholder. Her advisor is Dr. Brian Toohey. And now I will present those students who have earned the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Dr. Trent Allen Bullock. His advisor is Dr. Scott Rawls. Dr. Marissa L. Calvert. Her advisor is Dr. Richard Pomerantz. Dr. Callie Beth Corbett. Her advisor is Dr. Michael Autieri. Dr. Zachary Hallam Gray. His advisor is Dr. Jonathan Wetstein. Dr. Alina Klutchkova. Her advisor is Dr. Kelly Whalen. Dr. Yifan Liu. His advisor is Dr. Xiaofang Yang. Dr. Piwang Hua Park. Her advisor is Dr. Jean-Pierre Issa. Dr. Amanda Kimberly St. Paul. Her advisor is Dr. Michael Autieri. Dr. Xinwei Wang. His advisor is Dr. Hong Wang. Dr. Rebecca K. Warfield. Her advisor is Dr. Tricia H. Bordeaux. Dr. Kaman Shu. Her advisor is Dr. Xiaofang Yang. And how about a round of applause for our graduates?
Congratulations, graduates. Thank you, Dr. Shore. Our ceremony will continue with the presentation of academic hoods to our physician graduates. As with the graduate students, the hooding will take place on the stage to the audience's left. The dark green velvet trim of the hood matches the trim of the doctoral robe, symbolizing the medical profession. The cherry and white lining of the hood are the colors of Temple University. After being hooded, the graduates will proceed to the center stage to Dean Goldberg to be congratulated. I ask the stage participants to take their places, and the first group of students are here already. Again, we ask the audience to remain in their seats during the presentations. Photos will be taken of each graduate and may be made available to you. We will begin with those who have earned both the MD and MA in Urban Bioethics degrees. This master's degree program trains students in the ethics and values of health, healthcare delivery, and health law and policy underlying the urban context of diversity and health disparities. Assisting in their hooding will be faculty from the Center of Urban Bioethics, Dr. Melanie Cosby, Dr. Nora Jones, Professor Mary Beth Hayes, Dr. Sam Stern, Professor Nicole Strand, and Dr. Brian Toohey. All right. Dr. Hannah Calvelli. Dr. Julia Elizabeth Karp. Headed by her father, Dr. Ned Karp, class of 1984. Dr. Margaret Carter. Dr. Olivia Frances Duffield. Dr. Amadele Oluwakemi Temitayo Durojayi. Dr. Lauren Fennell. Hooded by her father, Dr. Richard Harrigan, Emergency Medicine, Temple University, Dr. Quinn Catherine Harrigan. Dr. Adina Siegel Harris. Dr. Victor Oluwafisaya Jegeda. Dr. Isha Kadakia. Dr. Flabiha Nuzith Kershon. Dr. Jonathan Andrew Kalansky. Dr. Na Koka Kapo. Dr. Brianna Mays. Dr. Alexander Ann Wynn. Dr. Isabel Noboa. Dr. Patricia Otero Valdez. Dr. Angie Polanco. Dr. Kathleen Rivera. Dr. Jordan Rojas. Dr. Roberto Beaumont Rosario. Dr. Erin Ann Russell. Dr. Kira Sloan. Dr. Shreya Thakur. Dr. Brianna Zenk. We will now continue with those who have earned the MD degree. Putting the first group of MD graduates is Dr. James Anasti. Dr. Horace Abdullah. Dr. Eliza Abizis. Dr. Nana Kwesi Achampong. Dr. Glenn Edewole Edesoji. Dr. Oluwatosin Afalabi. Dr. Taha Ahmed. Hooded by her mother, Dr. Ann Cadu, class of 1994, Dr. Michaela Ambarian. Dr. Kate Arner. Dr. Nasheen Baksh. Dr. Tyler Barreto. Dr. Ankita Basi. Dr. Makhtar Badir. Dr. Holly Marie Bivanya. Dr. Matthew Blau. Dr. Rohan Brabion. Dr. Catherine Rose Burhoff. Dr. Amina Chauchevich. Dr. Christine Chen. Dr. Sophia Chen. Dr. Star Chen. Dr. Joyce Shan Cheng. Dr. Esther Sion Choi. Putting the next group of MD graduates is Dr. Kimberly Ford.
Hooded by his sister, Dr. Aruj Chowdhury, class of 2017, Dr. Arsalan Chowdhury. Dr. Miguel Chawidian. Dr. Mark Cipriaso. Dr. Josiah Cole. Dr. Megan Connors. Dr. Ann Molly Coyle. Dr. Harrison Hank Davis. Dr. Jack Dawes. Dr. Christine DeAntonis. Dr. Dominica Vanessa Del Pozo. Dr. Timothy Delaney. Dr. Kate Dempsey. Hooded by his father, Dr. Ralph Dixon, class of 1989, Dr. Matthew Edward Dixon. Dr. Oscar Dominguez. Dr. Trish Dunham. Dr. Anthony Durgam. Dr. Ashley Dyke. Dr. Michael William Ecker. Dr. Joshua Holden Elmer. Dr. Christopher Fecka. Dr. Julia Rose Fink. Dr. Ahad Abdul Faraz. Putting the next group of MD graduates is Dr. Ana Gomero. Put it by her mother, Dr. Carol Bubb, Family Medicine at St. Luke's University Health Network, Dr. Rachel Fromer. Dr. Manuel Garcia Russo. Put it by his father, Dr. Robert Gaynor, Internal Medicine and Vice President of Medical Affairs at St. Luke's University Health Network, Dr. Alec Gaynor. Dr. Andrew Getreger. Dr. Vanden Brood. Dr. Rushir Gupta. Dr. Madison Hackley. Dr. Zachary Hannon. Dr. Marisol Page Harrington. Dr. Norman Harris II. Dr. Kelly Hayden. Dr. Candace Hayes. Dr. Cassandra Helmer. Dr. Gabriel Herbst. Dr. Hamilton Herr. Dr. Channing Ho. Dr. Sean Ide Bolle. Dr. Shreya Ainala. Dr. David Jimenez. Dr. Jordan Jarrett Juarez. Dr. Jillian Noel Casper. Dr. Medea Khan. Dr. Brandon Kim. Dr. Sarah Kim. Putting our next group of MD graduates is Dr. Laura Igarabuza.
Dr. Sean S. Kim. Dr. Elizabeth Kogan. Dr. Christopher B. Coiler. Dr. Darani Kotakel. Dr. Minji Kwan. Dr. Minuet Lessig. Dr. Taylor Landry. Dr. Caitlin Lawler. Dr. Diane Lee. Dr. Susie Lee. Hooded by his brother, Dr. Jack Lemon, class of 2019, Dr. James Slade Lemon. Dr. Indigo Leon. Dr. Samuel Levine. Dr. Benjamin Levitt. Dr. Caleb Lewis. Dr. Lisa Liu. Dr. Amanda Loesch. Dr. Adam Lozer. Dr. Malik Mata. Dr. Saba Mahmood. Dr. Julia Marino. Dr. Hayden Anthony Marshall. Hooding the next group of MD graduates is Dr. Jean Lee. Dr. Kyle Anthony Martin. Dr. Jason Martinez. Dr. Gabriel Masters. Dr. Danielle McAuliffe. Hooded by her mother, Dr. Catherine McCann's class of 1991, Dr. Carrie McCann's. Dr. Kimberlyn Ruth McClendon. Hooded by his wife, Dr. Brooke Slotchwer, class of 2023, Dr. Tristan Medina. Dr. Akil Mika. Dr. Jacob Menzer. Dr. Nathaniel Meyer. Dr. Matthew Robert Miller. Dr. Tomomi Mitsuzuka. Dr. Masa Momin. Dr. Stylionos Dimitrios Monos. Dr. Sivani Moss. Hooded by her father, Dr. Thomas Munschauer, Family Medicine, St. Luke's University Health Network, Dr. Eva Munschauer. Dr. Ila Muse. Dr. Zachary Myers. Dr. Hallie Nagorski. Dr. Colin John Ness. Dr. Sydney Elisa Newman. Dr. Brandon Howe Un-Win. Dr. Andrea Lynn Nerona. Putting the next group of MD graduates is Dr. David Lay. Dr. Kenelisa Eric Ogumba. Dr. Akini Ogot. Dr. Chiamaka Ohenenye. Dr. Edisawale Akoche. Dr. Ebunulawa Olawole. Dr. Ibukunoluwa Olubowale. Dr. Chedinma Chichi Uswagu. Dr. Jade Taylor Pace. Dr. Samantha Sonia Panich. Dr. John Papakostas. Hooded by his sister, Dr. Maloney Parikh, class of 2021, Dr. Manan Hitesh Parikh. Dr. Shivani Patel. Hooded by his father, Dr. Abhijit Pathak, Department of Surgery at Temple University, Dr. Sami Milan Pathak. Dr. Ariel Paulo. Hooded by his father, Dr. Scott Penfill, class of 1990, Dr. Zachary Victor Penfill. Dr. Nicholas Pepin. Hooded by his father, Dr. Mark Parazus, class of 1990, Dr. Kyle Parazus. Dr. Emma Price. Dr. Cy P. Reddy. Dr. Jacob Reich. Dr. Samuel Reese. Dr. Emily Wren. Dr. Kylie Ridley. Hooding the next group of MD graduates is Dr. Sam Stern.
Dr. Michael James Roll. Dr. Claudio Roman III. Dr. Amelia Ross. Dr. Cameron Jonathan Rutledge. Dr. Sinhu Sathya Samudrala. Dr. Lauren Sanchez. Dr. Mary Ann Marti Santucci. Dr. Ryan Shakab. Dr. Christian Nathaniel Schill. Dr. Max Schmidt. Dr. Matthew Connor Schwartz. Dr. Dev Shah. Dr. Ankita Sharma. Dr. Kaushik Haradut Sharma. Dr. Caitlin Shellhammer. Dr. Labiba Sadiq. Dr. Zachary Basil Sokol. Dr. Giohira Sosa. Dr. Madeline Burke Stern. Dr. Clark Garrett Stoltzfus. Hooded by her uncle, Dr. David Wald, Emergency Medicine, Temple University Hospital, Dr. Annika Wangli Sunloff. Dr. Silpa Nagini Tedavarte. Hooded by her sister, Dr. Lauren Tay, class of 2011, Dr. Lindsay Tollymore. Hooding the final group of MD graduates is Dr. Rebecca Sullivan, assisted by Dr. Kathy Keith. Dr. Nathaniel Joseph Tang. Dr. Simisola Tane Olubeme. Hooded by her father, Dr. Joseph Testa, Genomic Medicine, Fox Chase Cancer Center, Dr. Courtney Lyons Testa. Dr. Lauren Nicole Thompson. Dr. Lexis Tiana Torres. Dr. Campbell Torres. Dr. Daly Ann Trimble. Dr. Johnny Turofsky. Dr. Byron Udebe. Dr. Michael Jeffrey Uswick. Dr. Benny Verghese. Dr. Aaron Walker. Dr. Lichelle Monet Washington. Dr. Maxwell Weinberg. Dr. Eric Werheim. Dr. Caroline Westwood. Dr. Kathleen Werso. Dr. William Mills Warlow. Dr. Stuart Wright. Dr. Lakshmi Kostuba Urata. Hooded by her sister, Dr. Angela Zaladonis, class of 2023, and her father, Dr. Joseph Zaladonis, dermatology at St. Luke's University Health Network, Dr. Carly Zaladonis. Dr. Adelaide Zhao. Will you all join me in congratulating the class of 2024? We're almost done. I would like to welcome to the podium Dr. Dion Cash, Associate Dean for Student Support, to read the Oath of Hippocrates.
Good morning. What an amazing privilege and pleasure I have today as the first to speak following the degree ceremony for the class of 2024. Congratulations, doctors and scientists. It's also my privilege to introduce the Oath of Hippocrates. This vow, taken by physicians, defines the covenant of trust and privacy established between physicians, patients, and families. With their MD degrees now conferred, our graduates will recite the oath today as physicians for the first time. I'd like to ask Dr. Sokol and you, Debbie, to return to the podium to lead their classmates in reciting the oath. Come on, Zach. over here, come on. All right.
I do so. Oh, thank you. Physician classmates, please stand.
And we invite all physicians present today to stand and join us in reciting the Oath of Hippocrates, which may be found on the first page of your program.
I do solemnly swear, by that which I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that into whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick. To the utmost of my power, I, holding myself aloof from wrong, from corruption, and from the tempting of others to vice, that I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients, and I will give no drug, perform no operation for a criminal purpose, even if solicited, that whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of others which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things I do promise, as I am faithful to this oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine. The opposite, if I shall be forsworn. Thank you.
All members of the class of 2024 remain standing and take a moment to applaud your families and loved ones who helped support you in your journey to this moment. You may be seated. We want to acknowledge just some of those who have helped make today our graduates' educations and today's ceremonies a success. The Temple University Board of Trustees, President and Provost, the School of Medicine Dean, Dean staff, faculty, and administrative staff, our alumni and supporters, our organists and singers, our interpreters, the staff of the Kimmel Center, and you, your families and friends. Your support means everything. And of course, to the graduates themselves, thank you, thank you, thank you. The class of 2024 and faculty are about to recess. The faculty will recess first, followed by the graduates. Guests, please remain in the auditorium until the recessional is complete. Then you may meet your graduates in the lobby. And this, esteemed graduates, ceremony participants, and guests concludes our commencement ceremony. Please stand for the recessional. Please stand for the recessional. Thank you all. Congratulations, class of 2024.